so I'm gonna make a tzatziki sauce, which is Greek, and it usually goes on gyro, something like that. I'm making something like a gyro for dinner tonight, and I thought this would be a great way. I got a few extra cucumbers that I want to use up, so I thought, hey, this would be a great way to use that up. So I have my cucumber. We'll see if one is going to be enough. I actually don't know because I haven't made it before, but we'll find out. And I've got a cup of whole fat Greek yogurt. I like Faye. That's usually what I end up buying. It's got 5% milk fat in it. And I have a lemon. We're going to zest it and we're going to squeeze a little bit of juice out of it for, what am I going to have? 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And then we've got honey that I got from a local farm and salt and pepper. And that's going to be it. It's going to be super easy. So, but I wanted to bring you on board a little bit ahead of time so you can see the process of grating up a cucumber, because that might not be something that you're comfortable with me just saying, hey, grate a cucumber. So I got my grater out. I love this sucker. I got this, I got it on Amazon, like, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago. I paid like 15, 16 bucks for it. Of course, it's gone up because everything has gone up. But I love it. I use it all the time. I use it for lots of things. I know I've mentioned it in my hash brown recipe. It's good for doing the potatoes and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to use it for a cucumber. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to wash the surface. I'm going to peel it because, like I've said before, that's where any residue, pesticide, that kind of stuff is going to be on the outside. So you may see a recipe that says to leave the peel on. Totally up to you. I end up peeling it because I don't want the pesticides. So, all right, clean it off a wee bit here. All right, and then would have been handy to grab my peeler probably. Okay, so now I got my peeler. This is, you know, it's peeling a cucumber. It's not rocket science. So, peeler, always cut things away from yourself. Don't do it towards you. You don't want to have to go get stitches because you decided to cut something and cut your finger instead. So, see, this is pretty straightforward. Okay, peeled. I'm gonna grab a cutting board and see if I can get one of my knives here that I like. Oh, this is a little overkill, but we use it anyway. Cut off the ends. I'm gonna cut it into probably 4 pieces here. And I wouldn't have to. The shredder would totally be able to do it. But I'm going to take out the seeds also, which you totally can't see because my shredder's in the way. So let me move that out the way. And so I just cut it into 4. And then all this middle part that has the seeds on here, I'm going to get rid of that too, because I don't want to grind up all the seeds. So, but not perfect, just most of it. And that's going to be plenty fine. And cut this one, same thing, quarters. Once you take off all this middle part, we'll be interested to see. I think I said I need a half cup. Yeah, a half cup of grated cucumber. So we'll see how much ends up coming out of this. So, okay, so there's 1 cucumber. Now I can put this in front where you can see it. I'm gonna borrow this bowl for a minute. And pop these in here. That helps if I take the lid off. Put some of those in there, and I'm just going to move anything out of the way that might hurt me. Push down on it. Yeah, this is actually working, that's good. All right, I'll push it down a little bit more here first. A few more. Put those in there. One thing you'll notice as you do this, there's a lot of water in cucumbers. So I don't know, we'll see. Once we get all the water squeezed out of this, we'll see how much. If we have enough left, we might have to do a second cucumber. And if we do, that's okay. Because like I said, I got extras that I need to use up anyway. So, all right, let's see if we can get this kind of cleaned out a wee bit. It wasn't too bad. There's a little bit left in the grinder, but overall, I think it was worth it. So, all right, move this over. And you can see like the water. Oh my gosh, there's so much water in this cucumber. So what we're gonna do, pour a little bit of that extra into the sink. And then I'm gonna take my plate here and I'm gonna pour, ooh, that's dumping water on my speaker. That's not good. Okay, and I'm just gonna put a little paper towel, relatively thick because there's gonna be a lot of water as we've witnessed already. Okay, so put that right on there. Grab more paper towel and push down kind of from the top. And just try and get all this water squeezed out of here as best we can. I use a lot of paper towel. I may be not the greatest for that, but I do. I admit it. I use a lot of paper towel. All right, let's take this off here, put this here. I think we got a lot of it in our first press here. When you peel this off, make sure you're not peeling off paper towel along with it. You don't want to eat paper towel, although I don't think it would hurt you. It's probably not great for you. All right, and we'll do this just one more time, just to make sure it's, get all that water off there, because we don't want a runny dressing. We want it to be nice and creamy. So yeah, there's still quite a bit of water coming through. So I think a second press is probably a good idea until that paper towel is soaked through. Okay. All right, and now let's see. I have this cup measure that I'm going to be using. Let's see if we have a half a cup here. Ooh, I think we might. That's actually just about perfect for half a cup. I don't know if you can see that. See the measurements on there? It says it's right at half a cup. So we're good there. That was perfect. Yay. Okay, so basically 1 cucumber is what you need for this recipe. 1 good sized cucumber. I'm not gonna use that plate again, so I'm not gonna throw it in there. All right, get this bowl kind of cleaned out so I can use that again. Perfect. Okay, awesome. So take our bowl back here, I guess. Put our cucumber back in there now that it's all nice and squeezed out. Perfect. Got that there. We're going to mix in our yogurt, which I think, you know, sometimes I clean up prematurely and I lose track of things. Hold on. Got another little spatula. We'll use that to get this yogurt in here. Perfect. Now I'm not going to put that into the sink yet. All right, what else have I got here? I've got, okay, we've got 3 teaspoons of olive oil. We're going to mix that extra virgin olive oil, mix that in there. And then we've got our ½ teaspoon of salt. We're going to mix that in there. And a ¼ teaspoon of pepper. We're going to mix that in there. Move those out the way. And then what we have to do is we have to zest this lemon and we have to have a little bit of the lemon juice. So this is my one exception for when I peel foods. The lemon zest literally is the peel. So you just kind of rinse it off good, make sure it's clean. And then I got a little zester, which I just think is the cutest thing in the world. And I use that whenever there's a recipe that calls for zest. You know, and I'm not adverse. Sometimes I'll leave things out of a recipe if it's too much trouble, but I really think the zest does. Anything that you want to be lemony, that zest really does take it up a notch. So, all right, so here's my little plate. Get the bowl out the way. My lemon. And this, I just got this at, back when I lived down in Texas, I think I got it at H-E-B. And it's just got my little grates on there. You can see a couple different sizes. I think I'm going to use the larger one. And then I'm literally just soft. You just kind of run it over there. And let it just take some of that peel. And what do I need on this? I need a teaspoon of this. Okay, I think that's actually, that's probably going to be plenty. And I think actually, I don't like that. I think I'm going to use my smaller one instead because you see this got me some bigger pieces. I don't love that. So I might do something else with that. Hold on. Hold the fort. Okay, I'm going to wash this lemon off. We'll start this process over again. Yeah, so if you're anything like me, you're gonna want to use the smallest little zester on there. The other one just was too much. It just been like biting into lemon. You don't want to do that. So, all right. All right, let's see. I bet that's pretty close to a teaspoon. Let's see where we're at here. A little teaspoon here. So that's pretty close. If you can see that, I got pretty close. I'm gonna do just a little bit more though, because I really do like lemon quite a bit. So I would rather be a little over than a little under on the lemon. Yeah, that should be good. All right, and we're just gonna dump that right back into our bowl. Yep, right in there. Lovely. Okay, so that's that. Need to get a little bit of lemon juice. So let me get my juicer out. I got my little juicer. Move this out the way. And I'm gonna cut my lemon in half. And then you just squeeze it. This is not rocket science. You just push down on it and squeeze it around that little post in the middle of the juicer. These are nice, these lemons, because they don't have seeds. Because sometimes you're contending with seeds, which is not exactly what you want to do sometimes. Lemons are great, seeds not so much. So, and I'm not gonna push really hard on it because I don't need that much. I just need a tablespoon. So that should do. So I've got my tablespoon here. Pour it and see how we did. Yeah, we got plenty. All right, so tablespoon of lemon juice. And then I need a teaspoon of honey. I don't think it matters what type of honey that you get. I'm gonna rinse the lemon off of here. I get it from I got this one from a local farm where we get our milk from. And I just like being able to support local. Ooh, that's gonna be a little extra honey. I like being able to support local if I can. So, but any honey that you wanna get at the store is gonna be just fine. All right, and I think, yeah, that's all of our ingredients right there for now. So that should be good there. You didn't see that. Okay, get this out the way. Let's see if I got my little whisk. This is my little whisk. And I'm just gonna get all this stuff mixed together. I'm not sure if I love my whisk for this. I think it'll be okay. I mean, I think you could totally do just a spoon too. It doesn't have to be a little whisk. Because this is clearly thick enough that it doesn't need a whisk. You could use a spoon, it'd be just fine. Ooh, this looks good though, I'm excited. Get it all mixed in together. All right. Okay, so you see that's what we end up with. And I'm gonna give it a little test just to see if we like it. All right. I love that. Okay, that's really good. So I'm gonna throw this into the fridge. I'm gonna let it chill. As I mentioned, if you watched my flatbread video, I'm making, I can't call them gyros because then somebody's gonna tell me it's not really a gyro and I screwed it up. So they're not gyros, but it's flatbread with, I'm gonna make some lamb meatballs and then the tzatziki sauce along with it. So if flatbread recipe, this was a tzatziki. I'm gonna pop this in the fridge and then we're gonna start those lamb meatballs. So watch that video if you're interested in seeing it all come together. Thank you. And don't be afraid to try something. You can make food happen. Okay, so it's just finishing up on my tzatziki sauce recipe. I forgot to mention 3 tablespoons of the olive oil went into the sauce. And then right before we serve it, I've got another tablespoon of olive oil that's just gonna go on top with a little paprika. That's it. So, all right,